Killer Stampede takes 41 lives. What we've seen ever since is a slew of politics and zero accountability. I want to cut across to our panelists this evening. I have with me Mr. Ray Sarvanan, spokesperson DMK, Kovai Satyan, spokesperson AIDMK, Sumansi Raman, political analyst, Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist, political analyst. The TVK has refused to be a part of this debate, ladies and gentlemen. I want to quickly cut across first to our political analyst to get a better understanding on what we're actually witnessing. Sumansi Raman, the fact is we'd seen rally after rally of the TVK and actor Vijay, and this was something which was always anticipated, that, maybe possibly it was in the coming because the kind of chaos that we'd seen, and especially with what had happened in the last rally where there was one death. Larger question, Sumansi Raman, stems from the fact, do you see any accountability being fixed at all? Number one, you see a slew of politics, everyone going behind actor Vijay. On the other hand, zero accountability, be it fixing accountability with the TFK or TVK or with the government.
Look, Preeti, it's very, very unlikely that accountability will be fixed on any individual. Last time, the very same retired judge carried out an inquiry. The people who were indicted by the commission of inquiry were given promotion. IPS officers were actually promoted by the government. People were indicted by the very same retired judge, and they were actually promoted. So anyway, that apart, look, the bottom line is very clear. The fault lies on both sides. With the TVK, their crowd organization has been appalling. There is no doubt about it. Multiple occasions, as you rightly said, this was predicted at several rallies even earlier. It is just God's grace that it didn't happen before this particular tragic incident. So the point is, they have violated the rules which were given to them by the police, the norms. So clearly they are accountable. Having said that, the way the state government, the ruling party is trying to portray as if it is only Vijay's fault. No, sir, it is not only Vijay's fault. It is the local administration also totally responsible as well. Look, if the police felt that permission was granted for 10,000 people, 20,000 people have come up, why can't you restrict further entry to the location? Now you can say, Vijay will say then that the government is scared of him. That's a political charge. You have to handle it. You can't say I'm going to allow 40 people to die because Vijay will make some political charges against us. The ruling party in every state is responsible for law and order and crowd control at public events. The buck stops with the state government and the local administration. Vijay and the TVK must be prosecuted and must be brought to book for the various lapses, especially for violating the timing which was allotted to them, right, and the various other criteria. But by
Mr. Raman, your time is up. We go over the 2-minute timer. I'll circle back to you on this. Shekhar Iyer, I want to bring you in. Of course, zero accountability fixed. As Sumansi Raman says, that was expected. Nothing's really going to happen. But what it's also done, Shekhar Iyer, it's exposed the fault lines which till now at least were hidden where Tamil Nadu politics was concerned. You can openly now see which party stands in this divide.
Indeed, Preeti, the unsaid part is this. DMK leadership has been quite rattled by the kind of impact Vijay has been making in the last few months. And particularly after he took to this kind of roadshow, crowds have been coming. Maybe it's largely because they want to see their favorite actor. But at the same time, this particular roadshow was in Karur. Karur is the home ground of a very powerful DMK minister, Senthil Balaji. He has made headlines because he continued even as a minister after arrest, and he's close to the Chief Minister's Stalin. So therefore, all the eyes are on, did the supporters of Senthil Balaji have a role in all those incidents that are being alleged to have taken place and which have been mentioned in the petition that his party has filed in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court? Saying that, we also saw a video of slipper being thrown, some people being pushed, a kid being lost in the crowd. There are several incidents which are related to this, and also the power cut, which has been denied by the Tamil Nadu government. Obviously, but at the same time, you can see one more thing. the DMK leadership is not in a hurry to prosecute Vijay. Lest there, some kind of a sympathy factor starts. Right now, he is seen as a villain of the piece. But they are also very careful not, and that's why Stalin's today video appeal also, not to go for Richard against Vijay without mentioning him, because posters have come up accusing him as some kind of a killer. So the DMK would like to see that this incident is used to curb the influence of TVK, but at the same time, not hurt Vijay personally. I mean, they are being very careful now. That's why they keep saying we will wait for this one-man commission of report. But on the face of it, there have been violations by TVK in the crowd management. But at the same time, the local police administration and civil administration.
Fair point. Fair point. Let me take that question to the DMK spokesperson, Mr. Ray Sarvana. Mr. Ray Sarvana, there is no denying that today the TVK is responsible with what went down on Saturday, claiming 41 lives. Responsible, yes, but not wholly responsible, Mr. Sarvanan, because your government, which governs policing, administration, needs to shoulder some of that responsibility too.
Yeah, see, if you look at the timeline of the events, if you look at what had happened there, it will clearly establish that this tragedy should be squarely put on the TVK. The only question that remains still unanswered by the TVK cadres or anybody who is trying to throw muck around the state government or the local administration is this: why there was this delay? Why this deliberate delay? Nobody seems to answer that, and this tragedy can be directly attributed to that delay. Their social media handles and their General Secretary, Mr. Busi Anand, claimed that he'll be there at 8:45 and at 12 p.m. at Karur, but he starts only at 9 a.m. So this was a planned one. Probably they were not able to attract this crowd, and this has happened. And at the last point, the ADGP was on record stating that the local DSP was continuously advising the organizers, please don't move further. Do your speech here, do your rally here, probably a few kilometers away from the tragic place. But they refused. They point blankly refused. And all these conspiracy theories peddled by the TVK and everybody who have got cudgels against the state government are proved to be wrong. Everything, there are several media houses which have given a minute by minute blow by account of what had happened, how it went, how it was went to the last minute at the tragic incident. Nothing, there is no foul play here, and these conspiracy theorists and the Chief Minister has warned that these kind of conspiracy theories, they will be dealt with severely. This is a tragic incident, and look at the way they have run to the court. Why have they run to the court? They have run to the court with blatantly false accusations.
Mr. Sarvana, nobody is subscribing. Sir, your time is up for 2 minutes. Nobody is subscribing to conspiracy theories. One is only looking at what really happened that day. You say that there were not too many people. That's why he came in late. The sheer fact that the local administration thought that there's going to be a groundswell of people, over 10,000. That is why some extra police personnel was sent. Were those extra police personnel actually enough? Was 500 police personnel enough to contain crowds which were over 20,000? Yes, the TVK is at fault. But the policing, the administration, sir, is equally your domain as well. So nobody is subscribing to right now any conspiracy theories on what happened or was there sabotage. One is plainly looking at a killer stampede that has taken place, and on the virtue of that, who takes accountability? I'll come back to you on that. Kovai Satyan from the AIDMK wants to come in and make a point. Go ahead, sir. Your 2 minutes start now. Mr. Satyan, you wanted to come in. Go ahead, sir. Can he hear us? Mr. Kovai Satyan, can you hear me? There seems to be an audio connect problem with the AIDMK spokesperson. We're going to cut across to him, but I want to bring in Sumansi Raman back into this conversation. Sumansi Raman, the question that I'd asked Mr. Iyer as well, because what it's also done is, that in tragedy, what this tragedy has exposed are fault lines that lay well hidden, at least till now, between the political dynamics of various parties, and that is quite out in the open.
Yeah, and I think that it's very, very unfortunate that politics is being played over the lives of 40 people. I mean, this kind of an incident at a political rally has never happened before in Tamil Nadu. And despite that, all that we are seeing, within hours of this incident, there were posters which were put up condemning Vijay. Some of them were from the ruling party itself, saying some students' association and so on. So, what are we talking about? These are the first of all. Let's be very clear, Preeti. Nobody, except absolute conspiracy theorists and all that, who need to be dealt with severely, as the chief minister said, is saying that the DMK caused this. But there is more than enough evidence to say that they are playing politics on this event, on this issue. Half a dozen ministers go. There was a illicit liquor tragedy in Tamil Nadu in Kallakurichi. Nearly 50, 60 people died. How many of these ministers visited? When did the chief minister go there? Within 4 hours, 5 hours of this incident, he takes a special aircraft, rushes to Karur. Half a dozen ministers come there. One or two ministers are in tears and are, in front of the cameras. And what is going on? Seriously, the kind of tarnishing that their own. You see, we have a fraternity called the DMK journalists in Tamil Nadu, which is large part of the mainstream media. We call them DMK journalists. They are quote unquote propagandists, but they work officially as journalists. So they're kind of putting out. One of them actually put out a post of a photograph of Vijay smiling, taken at a rally which happened a week ago, and asked the question, which was very, very improper. So I think that what is happening is clearly they are out to gain political mileage out of this. It's a tragedy. They are also culpable, just like the TVK and Vijay have to answer multiple questions.
Kovai Sathin is with us. Mr. Sathin, you wanted to come in for, go ahead, sir, 2 minutes. Okay, I think there's an audio problem where Kovai Sathin, every time he wants to come in for an interjection, and then he can't seem to hear me. I'll come to you. I want to bring in Shekhar Iyer into this conversation. Shekhar Iyer, there is a point that Mr. Sumant C. Raman was making. It's interesting because the huge tragedy happened. The DMK did not quite act with the same amount of alacrity that we have seen them in this. So there is a clear attempt. They've got TVK Vijay on the back foot, who they claim. This is what the DMK practically claims is the team B of the BJP. And they, right now, where the DMK is seemingly, is going all out to politicize the issue. And I'll come to you, Mr. Sarunan. I know you want to come in with your response, but go ahead, Mr. Iyer.
Initially, the DMK was very happy with Vijay's foray into politics because they felt this would divide the opposition votes. At least the anti-DMK votes would get divided. But what has happened is, ever since he launched his party 2 years ago, and since then, what we are seeing is he could pose a danger to the DMK itself because of the kind of crowds he has been drawing, and mostly in the age groups of first-time voter to mid-20s or even late 30s. And particularly, he has been attracting a lot of women crowd in all his meetings and rallies. And that may be because of his cinema or his films. But definitely, it has been worrying the DMK leadership for some time. Now, the good part is, Vijay has been declaring himself that he is opposed to BJP and he is opposed to ADMK. ADMK because of its alliance with the BJP, and his political rivalry is with the DMK. This is what he has been saying. But since this strategy, you can see that there are several things happening in the background. See, Rahul Gandhi spoke to Vijay, and he also spoke to Stalin. I mean, I don't think the DMK would be very happy that Rahul Gandhi has chosen to speak to Vijay. Because there is a section in the Congress which has been sounding the central leadership that why not explore the possibility of some kind of an understanding with Vijay if the deal with the DMK runs into trouble in terms of number of seats and also in terms of particular constituencies. So there is definitely an undercurrent that will not immediately play out, but as soon as the story about this tragedy, fades from memory, the politics is going to get a center stage, and it could see realignment. And at this moment, Vijay needs friends. He needs new friends. He can't go a lonely furrow at this juncture.
I just want our guests to stay with us. There's